Hey Peyton, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good. Last season, going into training camp, you talked about two of your goals offensively, being more efficient, shooting threes off the dribble, and then just wanting to make an impact defensively, especially on the ball. This season, what are your goals going into the year?
I think, always striving offensively to be more efficient. I think be more efficient taking off the dribble threes at a higher rate. The best three-point shooters in the league, like Steph and them, they are unbelievable off catch and shoot and off the dribble. So that's an area I think playmaking, making the game even easier for my teammates. That can be with passing, but also like being a great screen setter and stuff like that. I feel like the gravity that I can attract off the ball. Obviously, people don't want me to shoot threes, so how do I use that to help teammates around me? Defensively now, I definitely need to be more active with my hands. I feel like I do a good job of keeping people in front, making them shoot tough shots, stuff like that. But, like, how can I get more steals? How can I create transition opportunities to get easy baskets and get out and run? So, it's always looking forward to every season to add to my game and keep growing as a player. So,
I have two, Christian. My first one is obviously we're going to ask you about this. The rule changes that last-second heaves aren't going to count against your field goal percentage.
Yep.
What are your feelings on that as a man who was never afraid to take one of those?
I mean, it's a rule change. I mean, I would have taken them regardless, but maybe it'll benefit me in having a higher three-point percentage now. So maybe it's a good thing for me because I definitely took one probably about every game. So might go from a 41 to a 43.
And then how has your role on this team changed after this summer and guys in and out? And how much more of a leadership role are you taking?
For sure. I think there's a jump in the leadership role. There's a place to be taken there. And that can be in different ways. Vocally, there will be moments. But, you can lead by the way I show up and work every day, how hard I compete. Never taking a game off, never taking a play off. So that's all leadership qualities. You can't be a leader unless you are doing everything at the highest of levels. If I'm showing up, doing weights, doing my treatment, being on court, then I can challenge guys to do the same if I'm doing that. So that's the part of the leadership role that I'm ready to take. And, just helping the team win and strive for greatness.
Hey, Peyton, over here. You guys have a pretty different team going into this year. You lost a lot of the pieces that were, key parts of your offense and defense. What's the balance of sort of trying to maintain the play style you guys have had success with the past two seasons versus adapting to the new personnel you have, and how will that affect your game and just the team in general?
Well, I definitely think we need to adapt. We do not have the same team, a lot of different players. I think we need to play a lot faster. A great opportunity for some of the new faces to come in here and show what they're capable of doing and helping winning. But yeah, definitely going to have to. But regardless if you kept the same team, you're going to have to find new ways to win. The year we won, we had to make slight changes to even be better the next year. And the NBA is always evolving, so you got to evolve with it.
Hey, Peyton. I know you've experienced a lot with this group, from trying to find a role to being a key contributor to the championship run to sixth man of the year. And we know you journal a lot. So, if you could write the next chapter of your story, how do you envision it going?
Well, I hate so I'm not the type of person to put goals out there of saying like last year, I never said oh, I'm going to be sixth man of the year. Like this year, it's not a goal of oh, I'm going to be an all-star or anything like that. That's never the mindset. For me, the goals I put down on pen and paper are what can I control every day. So what habits? Like last year, I cut out, drinking alcohol for the year. So little things like that, like my sleep habits, my work habits. If I can put those as goals and I achieve those, then the rest will take care of it. My game will elevate again because of the things that I'm doing to be successful. So, when you talk about journaling, it's more things of that nature, more things what people are saying, motivating factors, that I can read at times when I'm struggling for motivation on days that are harder to get up, days that I'm tired on a back-to-back, that playing that game might be a little bit more difficult. Reading sometimes the negative things or the people that doubted me, brings energy for me to show up that night and perform at my best.
Did you put any new entries like no alcohol? Did you do anything for this year?
Yeah, so obviously I'll do that again because I thought that was successful. I think sleep, especially for an NBA season, is very important. So just trying to have a sleep goal every night. Now it's hard on back-to-backs, but I would say more of the recovery aspect. There's an opportunity to play a little bit more minutes, so I got to make sure that I'm recovering at a high level. And I had an unbelievable experience watching, guys like Drew Holiday, Al Horford's Ultimate Pros, how they took care of their bodies and stuff like that. So definitely learn from the best.
Hey, Payton. What's your mindset on possibly starting this year? Is that something, you're a guy who always wants to push himself to another level. Is that something you want to strive for, or have you kind of grown comfortable with that sixth man and the routine of that? I think you talked a little bit about that last year as well.
It does not matter to me. Starting or coming off the bench, that's something that I have no control over. That's Joe's decision. But my only mindset is when I touch that floor, I bring my best. So if I am starting, I'm ready for that. And if I'm coming off the bench, I'm not going to be sour about it and hang my head. It's when my number's called, I'm ready. So, and that's really should be the mindset of this whole team. There's going to be people are going to be asked to do different things each night. Some guys are going to be asked to maybe not play as much, and how can you show up as a teammate? So it's another way of being a leader. Through all that, if Joe's going to ask me to come off the bench one game, start one game, keep the same attitude and approach through it all. So, yeah.
Hi, Payton. How you doing, man?
Good.
Good to see you. At your position, you were a dominant player at Oregon. Mm-hmm. Do you have that mindset at this point in your career in the NBA? And the other question I wanted to ask you, how are you guys actually dealing with Jayson's injury? Do you guys talk about that, or are you supportive? How do you...
You want me to answer the first one or the second one? First. We'll start with JT's. You never want to see somebody get injured like that, but watching how he's been able to approach every day and the spirit he has is unbelievable, and I think he'll be better than what he was before. That's the type of mentality he has, and that's the type of work he's putting in. So I've been here since second week of August, back and forth, even in the beginning of summer, and he's been in here every day training. So you definitely know he's motivated. And then your first question was, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm always searching to take a step. So, trying to better myself to be the best Payton Pritchard possible on the court. So, just having that confidence and that swagger when I'm walking on the court that I believe I'm the best player. So that will never go away, and I'm looking forward to showing that this year. Thank you, guys.